We're in the winner's bracket. Neither team is lost yet as we begin in 3, 2, 1, fight.
And off a frontal attack trying to slow down that drum. They know how deadly Turo Maximus is, and you can see the power. He's moving great today, though, as the drum begins to turn.
Yep, Turo's got the drive going, and now the drum is spinning, but not as fast a spin up as we're used to seeing out of Turo Maximus.
Looks like Turo Maximus is on the run, not wanting to get pinned by either bot, who now collide in the center of the arena.
Yeah, Crash and Burn running into each other here. They have to decide at the blink of an eye who's going to go after Turo on offense and who's going to go on defense. They have to work as a finely tuned, coordinated team against their opponent.
So far, that spinning drum is not getting up to that 10,000 RPM, which emits a massive howl as the flames go on!
Now, I know this looks like an unfair 2-against-1 fight, but each of Crash and Burn only weigh 110 pounds apiece, whereas Turo Maximus weighs 220 pounds. So even though the size is similar, the weight is very different.
And Turo Maximus is chipping away at the floor, and now throws Burn over, ripping up a tire slightly, but that's not enough to stop these bots. They can run just fine as Crash crashes back to the arena floor. Oh, excuse me, Burn.
Yeah, Burn is blue. That's the mnemonic, Burn blue. But there, Crash's left tire really wobbly. That is coming very close to coming off.
Very wobbly. Oh, up, bouncing off.
Hits the truss. The top of the arena touching the truss again because they're only 110 pounds apiece.
Burn getting thrown back on to his wheels right side up by Turo Maximus. We are well over the halfway point. Oh, a massive uppercut throwing Crash inverted, but they can still operate that way, just not as effectively, but they still have that flamethrower. He's back on his right side.
Both Crash and Burn absorbing these hits. They're taking a lot of hits, but they are surviving.
Look at the wheels on both these spots, but they're still not slowing down as they're in front of us. The flame is on, which you can feel, and now there is smoke coming out of Turo Maximus. Again, you don't need to get a lot of fire on as long as it hits the right thing. That drum is going to be sucking the flames inside of itself.
But it can still run. The robot's still working as Crash is burning the floor.
Rubber flying through the arena as the fire is on. 30 seconds to go as the smoke begins to build. And there goes Crash into the
right
lights.
on the floor. Stop the fight. The referee has stopped the fight. Time out. Time out.
And that's a time out to move the debris.
Time out. The fight is...
item99.com สุดยอดเว็บไซต์อันดับหนึ่งของเอเชียตอบโจทย์ด้วยการบริการที่หลากหลายทั้งเกมสล็อตกีฬาเกมสดโต๊ะบาร์รวมครบจบในที่เดียวเชื่อม API ตรงไม่ผ่านเอเย่นไม่ล็อกยูสไม่ล็อกโบนัสไม่ปรับเปอร์เซ็นต์แพ้ชนะพร้อมกับการฝากถอนออโต้เพียง3วินาทีการันตีความมั่นคงจากยูเซอร์นับล้านคนมีแอดมินบริการ24ชั่วโมงสมัครแอดเลย @itim99
It's not over, but we're time out to remove the lights from the floor.
The crowd going wild. As the lights come down, we will remove the debris. We have 25 seconds left in the bout. The fight will resume. It is not over.
But right now we're going to take the one of the pit crew is going to go in. You see the replay, and this is just part of the action that you saw.
And there it is, the light coming down.
4, 3, 2, 1, fight!
And it's off. Turo Maximus splitting between the two bots. The flame of Burn is on.
Turo's drum may have
And there it is, flame underneath, flame on both sides. Flame on both sides is being melted by Crash and Burn.
You see a chain out of Turo. The drum's chain has come off. The drum is gone and they're roasting Turo. They
He's
have to
on
release.
Fire on underneath. Smoke billowing, but he's still
Time
dangerous.
is up.
And that is time. That is time.
It goes to a judge's decision, and what a judge's decision we're going to have.
Now remember, it's damage and aggression,
And it's-
which is going to be hard to call.
And it's all
in this fight.
3 minutes of the fight. Remember, all 3 minutes of the fight, not just those last 25 seconds after we remove the light truss, but all 3 minutes of the fight are what the judges are going to be looking at. They're going to be looking at damage and aggression, and there was a lot to consider throughout this fight.
I looked over while Crash and Burn were doing what they do best and saw one of the members of the Brazilian team looking distraught, hands on head, jaw dropped as Turo was being pinned. And again, we were talking about that earlier, how as the fight goes on, or as the weekend goes on, these bots get more and more damaged, and that's just more and more repairs you got to go through. The last thing you want is to get flame from both sides.
There you see the smoke, and as it turns out, that was the weapon that was creating all of that smoke on Toro Maximus, because once the fight resumed after the lights were removed, the weapon had stopped entirely. The belt was hanging loose at the end when you saw both Crash and Burn roasting Toro, getting its tires off the floor and using, there's the hit, that's the hit right there that took out the arena lights.
Landing right side up, though.
And that's what happens when you hit a 110-pound robot.
And here we go. This is the flame on from both sides, just letting him cook. It's a